Okay, this is Jonathan Adler, back online, continuing my protest against the Hilton Corporation for hosting a fundraiser for Muslim terrorists, also globalists that want to overthrow the United States. I'm going to continue to walk on the waterfront here in San Diego, and I'm going to start going back to the Hilton Hotel here on Memorial. It's one of our admirals here, World War II hero. Saw action on the Pacific against the Japanese Empire. So we want to pay our respects to our military heroes that defeated the Imperial Japan and Nazi Germany. And unfortunately now we have a globalist infiltration where insurgents want to destroy the United States. So, boycott Hilton. So, here downtown, continuing my protest against the Hilton Corporation for hosting an Islamic terrorist group. Council for American and Islamic Relations. It's a front group for the militant Hamas terrorist group based in the Gaza Strip. That's just another tentacle of the Islamo-fascist octopus that wants to overthrow all non-Islamic countries. Also using as a proxy army for the globalist agenda. How you doing, man? Don't go to Hilton. They help terrorists. Un-American. Continuing my protest against the Hilton Company. I'm going to head back to their main property. So we've got a fair amount of tourists here. Some working ships here. You know about Hilton? You know about Hilton? You know about this company, Hilton? Where are you from?
I'm from Iraq.
Iraq?
Yeah.
Christian?
Yes, Catholic.
Huh? Okay, they're what's happening is Hilton is hosting a fundraiser for a Hamas terrorist group. You know about Hamas?
No.
It's a Muslim terrorist group that wants to destroy the United States.
Did you make sure
And they kill a lot of Christians.
True?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because it's in the Quran that they want to kill the infidels.
I know that, but what
It's
can
just
I
a
do
fact.
to help you right now?
What you can do is boycott Hilton. because they're doing a fundraiser for CAIR. That's Council of American Islamic Relations. It's a front group for Hamas terrorist group. They've killed a lot of Christians in the Middle East. So Hilton Hotels is helping these people raise money. So I'm telling people here, are you a U.S. citizen? Are you visiting?
I am U.S. citizen.
Okay, very good. So I'm telling U.S. citizens to call and email Hilton and tell them not to do fundraisers for terrorist groups. Ilhan Omar, you know about her? You know about Ilhan Omar? Okay, she just, she's a new
Are
congresswoman.
you filming something?
Yeah, I'm a reporter.
Why? What for? Did you raise that, please?
I'll try to. I'm a reporter though, First Amendment. We have freedom of the press.
Do it on public. You can't.
In public, you can take pictures. I'm a professional photographer.
What for?
Huh? I'm doing a report. I'm a reporter. I'm an activist too. It's my First Amendment right.
Yeah,
Did they teach you that when you became a citizen?
they did.
About the amendments?
Yeah, they did.
First Amendment. Tell me a First Amendment. I'll quiz you just to see if you know.
Freedom of speech.
That's not the whole First Amendment. Do you know the whole?
Have a good day.
No, I'll educate you. Freedom of the press, religion, freedom to assemble, and petition the government. Have a nice day, sir. So, yeah, guys, I mean, I'm glad he's a citizen, but people need to know, be educated on what our country's about. Yeah. Boycott Hilton. You know about Ilhan Omar? Not interested? Okay. You guys know about Ilhan Omar?
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
You heard about her? You know what she's
Yeah,
doing? What do you think about her? I'm a reporter, U.S. National Report.
No, sorry.
Not interested?
Yeah.
Okay. Have a nice day. So it's sad people don't care, but if we get enough insurgents in the government, those people would probably get put in prison. In China, people have to worship the government. They don't have any freedom of religion. And we do have a problem with globalist insurgents bringing in Chinese and Muslim insurgents in the United States to overthrow us from within. So people don't really understand that. I'm trying to educate them. People don't want to get involved, but there's an old saying that if you don't take an interest in politics, politics will take an interest in you. So people want to get educated about what's going on with the government, what's going on with these insurgency. Hey, where are you from, man? Oh, good. So that's good. We got some street vendors that are actually from the United States. We do have a problem here with illegal alien street vendors. And they do bully and harass Americans that try to do street vending. And unfortunately, especially in Los Angeles, the police and the government actually help the illegal aliens over the actual U.S. citizens that want to street vend. You guys know about Ilhan Omar? I'm a reporter, U.S. Nationalist Report. She's a terrorist, and Hilton Hotels is doing a fundraiser for her. She committed immigration fraud. Did you hear about that? She married her brother to get a green card. Now she's in our Congress. And she basically rants about jihad, wanting to overthrow the United States. They're also doing a fundraiser for CAIR. You guys heard of CAIR? That's Council for American Islamic Relations. It's a front group for Hamas. You heard of Hamas? That's a terrorist group in the Middle East. They've killed thousands of Christians, Jews, Yazidis. So Hilton sells money. So I recommend we all boycott. Thanks for your time. Do you have any questions? Have a good visit, guys. Where are you guys from?
Riverside.
You local? Local. Okay, have fun. Okay, have a good time. So that's good. At least those people are willing to listen to some common sense talk. And we want more Americans to be getting jobs. Let's get you foreigners that hate us. That's what the globalists want. So I'm making my way back to the Hilton property, and I'm exercising my First Amendment right to freedom of expression and to petition my government for redress of grievances. I do have a grievance that we have a fraudulent, not a real U.S. citizen that's loyal to the United States serving in the U.S. Congress. We don't want people in a high level of government that are not loyal to the United States and are loyal to foreign powers. Ilhan Omar is loyal to foreign powers in Riyadh, Cairo, not Washington, D.C., not we the people. She has no business being in our, how you doing, sir? She has no business being in our government. It's a beautiful day here. Directly ahead of me is Coronado Bridge. It's an architectural marvel that goes over the island of Coronado. So I'm trying to get a lot of people to see this. I want to boycott Hilton. It's directly in front of me now. It's a very evil company helping terrorists that want to overthrow the United States. We can't allow this within our own country. A lot of people don't care, but they will care if they get bombed at a school or a hospital. They're going to start paying attention. We don't want to wait till it's too late, guys. So I'm walking along the harbor front here, exercising my First Amendment. Remember, if we don't exercise our rights, just like exercising your body, you're going to lose it. Just like you lose muscle if you don't work out. If you don't work out your rights, you're going to lose those too. Boycott Hilton, guys. They're hosting terrorists. Boycott Hilton, sir. Most of these people are probably illegal aliens, but for some reason they seem to be doing all the street vending. What's going on? Boycott Hilton. You know about Ilhan Omar? You heard about her? I'm with U.S. Nationalist Report. What's your opinion on that? Good. So you agree?
Yeah.
Good. So you know about her, right? Do you know that? Yeah. She married her brother to get a green card, so she's not even in the U.S. legally. And she's a jihadist that wants to overthrow the United States. And the problem with Hilton is they're doing a fundraiser for her and CAIR at the Los Angeles Woodland Hills Hilton. We got a bunch of people protesting up there. I'm one of the guys protesting down here. Got a lot of Americans protesting it because we don't want insurgents infiltrating our government. That's what's going on now. Do you have any comments, sir?
I don't have any comments right now.
Want me to plug your business?
What?
You want to plug?
What?
Do you want me to plug your business? Huh? You know, give you advertising.
Oh, no. I'm on the move. I'm not going to be here for long. Thank you.
All right.
I only know what I know from the news right now.
All right, yeah, don't go to Hilton. They're bad.
I will.
Thanks. Okay, good. Thank you. So it's good. We got a good guy there. He agrees with me. It's good. We got some common sense people. We're not in San Francisco, so that's good. We got some common sense down here. But a lot of people don't know what's going on. So it's important to educate people about, you know, activity that's a threat to the United States, like helping terrorists raise money. So I think I'm going to head back to the Hilton, make an appearance there. I think I should let them know I'm not happy with what they're doing. There are consequences. That's the big Hilton building there. Boycott Hilton. Bad company. And we have a big group of people that's going to be protesting in Los Angeles tomorrow at the Woodland Hills Hilton. If you're in that area and you're a patriot, pro-American, you're welcome to join. There'll be, might be over 100 people protesting at the Woodland Hills Hilton. Remember, if you can't make that, to call and email the Hilton Corporation and tell them it's unacceptable for them to be hosting terrorists. We don't want these companies hosting terrorist groups, helping them to raise money. It's not acceptable in this country. It does break our laws. So you got this really nice marina over here. But I like that. I live in a country where I have the right to my freedom of speech and opinion. So you want to take that for granted, guys. If this were Maoist China, I'd probably be in jail already. It's a great thing about this country. I don't have a bunch of cops jumping me and telling me I can't protest. So that's a good thing we don't want to take for granted. If it's for Maoist China or Saudi Arabia, I would have been disappeared by now. You guys know about Hilton? You know about Hilton? Good time for interview? No? Okay. All right, so I'm going to head back to the hotel here. These big companies have to be taught a lesson that we're not a bunch of sheep. We're not going to just let them trample on our sovereign culture here, funding, helping terrorists raise money. They're hosting terrorists raising money. You know about Ilhan Omar?
What's that?
Ilhan Omar. She's a new congresswoman. She committed immigration fraud. She married her brother to get a green card. She wants to overthrow the United States, and they're raising money for her. That's good. Why is that good? You don't like the United States? All right. It's not really funny, but have a nice time. All right. Kind of silly people, immature, I guess. Kid said that's good, so it's pretty dumb. Fortunately, we got some dumb people in this country, but do the best I can to educate them. They won't be joking if they get beat up by gangs of terrorists, and they won't be joking if that happens. They're going to get a leg blown off, which is common when you let in a lot of hostile Muslim terrorists in the United States. And what's going on in London right now with all the knife attacks, with the mosques constantly preaching hate against the West. A lot of apathetic people, but we want to start waking people up. So as you can see, this is me with the sign here. So I'm heading back down the gas lamp area. So approaching the Hilton here. Gonna maybe stand there for a while and protest. And remember, we had a lot of Americans that fought and died for our right to express our opinion in public, what I'm doing right now. So don't take that for granted. It's always important when you feel strongly about an issue to exercise your First Amendment. A lot of people don't know the full amendment. I'll repeat it. Freedom of speech, religion, assembly, freedom of the press, and last but not least, the right to petition our government for a redress of grievances. It's very important that we act as a watchdog on the government, make sure that they're accountable and being responsible, especially with their tax money, not giving it to illegal aliens that hate us, and enforcing our laws. Hilton has committed a crime by helping a terrorist group raise money, a group that wants to overthrow the United States. Some big yachts here. Staying at the Hilton? Yeah, you want to boycott. They're helping terrorists. You're American, right? They're doing a fundraiser in LA. We got a big group in LA protesting. They're hosting Ilhan Omar. You know about Ilhan Omar? She committed immigration fraud. She married her brother to get a green card. And she's the first Muslim congresswoman, and she's a jihadist. And she's talking about, Muslim holy war. Basically, they want to overthrow the U.S. She's an infiltrator. So all Americans, if you're a nationalist, we want to get her out of the Congress and deport her. She's bad news. And she's also doing a fundraiser with CAIR. That's the Council of American Islamic Relations. It's a front group for a well-known terrorist group called Hamas. Hamas in the Middle East has murdered thousands of Christians, Jews, Yazidis. They basically murder anybody who's not Muslim. They're like radical Islamo-fascist group. So you're not staying at the Hilton? Okay, go ahead and read the sign. What's your name, Rachel? Nice to meet you.
Nice
I'm a reporter. My channel's called the U.S. Nationalist Report on YouTube. You're welcome to subscribe. I'm a patriot nationalist. We're against the globalists. Take a picture if you want to go ahead. Can you read it?
Yeah, no, I can.
You go ahead and do a picture. Put it on Facebook.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I definitely want to, because we don't want terrorists in the Congress,
No, absolutely not.
and they have infiltrated.
Oh,
Whether you're
yeah.
Democrat or Republican, I mean, they don't like America.
Yeah.
They don't like our fear. I was just talking to these Jehovah's Witnesses. You know, they're doing their thing over there, and I told them they can't do that in a Muslim country.
No, they can't.
I lived in Israel. I'm Jewish, and they have freedom of religion. Jehovah's Witnesses in Tel Aviv, but in a Muslim country, not allowed. And like, you know about the shooting in New Zealand.
I heard a little bit about it.
Like, the problem is it's tragic. I mean, they're human
Are you
beings.
recording this?
Yeah, I'm a reporter.
Are you supposed to ask permission?
Well, when I say I'm a reporter, see, First Amendment is freedom of the press. So as soon as I say I'm a reporter, you know that I'm videoing you. It's a story. So, like, if you don't want to be videoed, then you say, no, I don't want to talk.
That's fair.
Well, you see, that's why I identify myself. It's only an issue if I do it, like, secretly. Like, if we're having a conversation in private, we're not in public, and I don't tell you I'm recording, then it would be illegal. But it's legal if I'm out in public and I identify myself as a reporter. I'm a professional photographer too, so I know the laws. But yeah, I was at the airport, and you should know this too, at the airports, I was talking to one of the janitors did you come in through San Diego Airport? Okay, you also want to know about this. Where are you from?
Las Vegas.
And you flew into San Diego Airport? Okay, you want to be emailing the government and telling them about this, because I've been investigating the airport, and they have a lot of foreigners working at San Diego Airport. Now, one of them, a janitor I talked to the other day, he could barely speak English. I asked him where the bathroom was. He wasn't able to answer me. Simple question. Any airport employee should be able to answer a simple question like that. So he wouldn't answer me. I asked him where he's from. He got really angry. That's not a really tough question. And I took his picture because he got angry. He was getting belligerent. So you see that? It gives me reasonable suspicion. Because I'm a reporter, I'm investigating the airport, because there's a big issue with terrorists are actually getting jobs at our airports. It's hard to believe, but there's a lot of foreign infiltrators at our airports. So as a reporter, I've been investigating that. I recommend you tell the government and airport authority we don't want illegal aliens. You probably heard we got a problem with illegal aliens here.
Yeah.
I'm with an activist group here. We're trying to get the border wall put up. We want a wall on the border. We want to stop all the illegals, because it does cost Americans a lot of jobs. And the other issue is terrorists come in. And it is true that we've had terrorists working at airports. Like, you know about the Somalians in Minneapolis? See, Ilhan Omar is from Somalia. And Minneapolis is now a major center for terrorists that are members of Al-Shabaab. Al-Shabaab is a Somalian terrorist group. They've killed Americans. They've killed a lot of Christians. They basically kill anybody that's not for a Muslim, caliphate. And now we have them in the United States. Unfortunately, I don't know how you feel about Obama, but it is a fact that he allowed a lot of terrorists in the United States. So my group, we're trying to get the illegal aliens out of sensitive jobs. My opinion is we don't want illegal aliens and people that want to overthrow the U.S. working at our port facilities. We don't want them working at our airports. What do you think? You agree or disagree?
I agree with that.
Okay, good. So you got common sense. That's good. So I tell people, if you're liberal or conservative, it's common sense. We don't want, terrorists working at sensitive facilities, at airports, cruise terminals. Like, I met a guy at the cruise terminal here, and he actually said he didn't think the USA should exist. And he's working for a private security company. And I have been telling the government here that we don't want these kind of people doing security at the cruise terminal. Now, if he's a U.S. citizen, he's entitled to his opinion, but he's not somebody that should be working at a cruise terminal, because that's their border.
Yeah.
foreigners are coming in. If he thinks the U.S. shouldn't exist, there's a good chance he'll let in people illegally.
Shouldn't be here,
Yeah, smuggle people in. Do you have any other questions, ma'am?
No.
So you sound like you're a really wonderful person. I invite you to check out my group. And
I
also,
have one more question.
yeah,
Are you video recording that or voice recording?
I'm doing both.
Okay.
Because I'm a reporter. It's
I
freedom
just
of the
don't want
press.
my full name.
Well, I got it up here. I'll put it up here.
The whole time.
I've been doing most of your face.
Okay.
But I'm a professional photographer and reporter. So that's part of my freedom of the press. As you know, our people fought and died for freedom of the press.
I understand that.
And I realize some people, I mean, like I had the guy at the airport get upset, but chances are he's not even here legally. And that's why we have freedom of the press, because I'll take the camera off if you want.
I don't care about my.
But I do try to educate people. We have it for a reason. We have to hold the government accountable. The big news like CNN, I call it fake news.
It is fake.
Yeah, and they're not covering stuff that's life or death issues.
Liberal propaganda.
Yeah. So what I tell Americans, we got to get involved. We can't have people in the country that hate America. That want to, obviously, we don't want people that want to overthrow the United States.
Obviously.
Just common sense. But yeah, I don't think I got your name. But as you know, this is a really important issue. Everybody's got to get involved. You know, people. I mean, I'm an actor too. I'm on camera all the time. I'm very pro photography because, you know, I'm an actor and professional photographer. But, you know, sometimes I've confronted people. You're pretty friendly. But, you know, sometimes you get people that are hostile. But I know that's going to happen because they do real news. I'm dealing with real issues. Plus, as a citizen, I have to look into what's happening.
Yeah, people don't like to.
We're a unique country. We're ruled. We're not a monarchy or a dictatorship. We the people, so we all have to get involved in our own country. Most people are not getting involved. That's why I have a lot of problems now. So I know people don't like, I've been the same way a lot, you know, earlier, like I don't want to get involved in stuff, but I feel like now we have to. Things have just gotten totally out of hand. We also got this other Muslim Congresswoman Tlaib, Rashida Tlaib. She's from Dearborn. And she's very hostile to American culture. She's Islamist, supremacist. As you know, as a woman too, Islam is very anti-woman.
Yeah, it makes no sense at all.
Yeah, and it's crazy that these liberal groups are working with the Islamics because they want to take away all women's rights. So any woman with any brains would be against this. Especially that, I'm not saying I'm against if a Muslim's a citizen and they're not a terrorist or anything, they have the right to live here as long as they're a citizen. But we don't want people in Congress and like that are pushing an agenda to take away our rights.
Exactly.
Like I told the Jehovah's Witnesses in a Muslim country, they can't do that. They would be disappeared within minutes just for expressing their religion. So thanks for your time. I'll try to edit it, you know, try to get your name out.
Appreciate that.
I don't think it was in there.
I don't care about my face.
But I don't lie to people. I can't guarantee. But like I said, I'm a reporter. I have to, you know, I don't think people are going to be looking at that though. All right.
They are. If they
I'm
don't
just
agree
saying,
with
I'm being
you.
honest. Like, I'll see what I can do. I just can't guarantee, you know what I mean? Because it's a really important issue. I got to, you know, report this stuff. But, you know, I mean, you look very good. You know, I mean, I'm pro, we agree, so it makes you look good. You know?
To you.
And it's to educate people.
But to people that don't agree with a statement that I make, they don't need to.
Well, like, it's not, I'm not getting your address or your number or anything. I don't ask for that.
You can find anything else.
I mean, I wasn't focusing on your name. But I'm not going to say guaranteed your name didn't show up because I'm honest. I don't do fake news. I don't lie to people. I'll see what I can do to edit it. I can't promise because it's video. It's live streaming right now. I do have the camera off you right now. So it wasn't really my intention. I was focusing more on your face. But as you know, as a reporter, I have to talk to people.
Yeah.
When you're an American, remember, it's all our responsibility to keep our country safe, secure, so we all have, you know, can work. I'm also against the illegal. Yeah, I assume you don't want over unlimited numbers of illegal aliens here. Because because, as you know, that takes jobs away from Americans and it depresses our wages. Okay, did you have any other questions? I won't ask any personal questions since I understand privacy issue. Did you have any other more questions? I'm going to head to the Hilton.
No.
We'll go protest.
I'll check that out.
Yeah, take a look. So you're from Vegas? It's a good city. As you know here, the government here tends to coddle the illegals too much. It's a big problem. I was one of the main activists that's been pushing back the SB 54. That's a law where the state actually is making the whole state a sanctuary for illegal aliens. I was part of the group that rolled that back in San Diego County. So we do have a strong group here trying to roll it back to protect American citizens. So thanks for your time, ma'am.
Thank you.
Have a nice visit. So that was a nice lady there. I do understand, you know, the privacy issues, but remember, folks, sometimes things can be a little awkward, but we got to remember that the overarching concern here is to protect our national security and our society from being destroyed by this insurgency. There is a very dangerous insurgency in progress right now. And we have to learn from history that, you know, we have to take action. We don't want to wait till things get out of hand. So I don't like making people uncomfortable, but as a professional reporter and press, I do have to talk to people and get opinions. But I always identify myself as a reporter, so people know that they can see my camera here. Hey guys, you standing at the Hilton? They can see me. When somebody sees a guy holding up a camera like this, they know they're on camera. So the way it works is when you see a guy holding up a camera videoing, you basically know that you're on camera. And if you don't know, you can always ask. And whenever anybody asks me, I always tell them that they are on camera. So I have a right to do that as a reporter. Since I'm a press reporter, I do have a channel that does give me very strong protections to report news. We do have to give freedom of the press strong protections because sometimes it is uncomfortable and there are criminals and traitors that obviously don't want to be exposed. But historically, we know we have to do that. And that's why we have a free press. As you know, the big corporate press is mostly fake news. That's why we need more citizen reporters like me to keep these corrupt organizations in check. Because it's definitely gotten out of hand with a lot of this stuff. But yeah, anytime your reporter walks up to you, you can always say no. And in my case, if somebody says they don't want to talk, then I go to the next person. But I have a right to photograph people in public. It's part of freedom of the press and freedom of expression. It's a strongly protected First Amendment right. So if you ever decide to do reporting or activism like me, remember that's why we have those laws to, they're not to protect people when there's no opposition. That's why you have to have the laws, because you will get people that are uncomfortable or strongly oppose what you're doing. That's why we have to have laws to protect it. And I'm here in front of the Hilton protesting. I don't see many customers here. I don't think they're doing that well. Hopefully they're not getting subsidized. Don't look too busy here. There's my boycott sign. See the Hilton behind me? Boycott Hilton. And I'm right in front of the Hilton Hotel boycotting. Try educating some people here. I'm too busy here. Maybe they're losing business. You can see here I'm in front of the Hilton. San Diego Bayfront Hilton. Protesting. And I'm standing here expressing my First Amendment. It's not acceptable that Hilton is hosting terrorist groups that want to overthrow the United States. Probably price fixing too. I mean, I don't see how they're making money, charging $300 a night. Try talking to some of these convention people. Boycott Hilton.
Because you know what, we're always.
You don't want to go there. Is there a what?
Enterprise has an office near here?
The rent-a-car place?
Yeah.
I don't know where it is.
Okay, thanks.
But Hilton's hosting terrorists.
Okay, I'm not going to stay there.
Good.
I'm staying someplace local.
Great.
All right?
You looking for a hotel? No, San Diego pretty well.
All right. No, we found one. We're leaving,
Found one?
We're leaving tomorrow morning.
I'm an expert on restaurants. What do you like to eat?
My wife has made reservations someplace in some Mexican.
All right. Little Italy's good.
Little Italy?
You know Little Italy?
I scooted through it today.
You here for a few days?
No, we're leaving on
I'm
Sunday.
a reporter, so just so you know I'm filming. I'm a reporter.
Okay.
But where you want to go? Italian?
My wife has made all the plans, so tomorrow we're going to drive out to the desert.
Okay. La Jolla's nice. You been there? It's kind of a resort city. It's like 20 miles north of here. La Jolla.
Now, I'm thinking about going up to Julian.
Oh, that's like in the desert. Yeah. Go to Joshua Tree.
To Joshua Tree.
Yeah.
From the other side.
Where are you from?
New York City.
Oh, nice. I'm from D.C.
All right.
You know about Ilhan Omar, right?
I don't know.
She's the first Muslim congresswoman, and
Oh, yeah.
she's a jihadist,
Right.
and she's very aggressive. She wants to overthrow our country.
Right.
She also committed immigration fraud. She married her brother for a green card. So we should all tell the government she shouldn't be in Congress. And there's be a big protest in LA tomorrow.
All right.
They're hosting the Los Angeles Hilton, and they're also hosting CAIR. It's a terrorist group. You heard of CAIR?
Yes,
It's a front group for Hamas. Hamas has killed a lot of people in the Middle East.
All right,
So,
well, listen,
all right, sir. Thanks for your time. Have a nice visit. Take care. Alright, so that's good. Sound like a good guy there. Yeah. So I'm gonna see here, I'm in front of the Hilton. There's my sign here. Boycott Hilton. Boycott Hilton, my sign. I'm standing in front of the Hilton sign. So I know they don't like it, but that's my freedom of speech. I'm going to do that. But, they need to see some consequences for hosting terrorists. I'm going to head back to the convention center here. Well, it also says in my sign that I'm working for the U.S. Nationalist Report. So that way people can see clearly I'm a reporter reporting news. So it's totally legal for me to do this. But unfortunately, people don't really know the law anymore. And then a lot of people have been brainwashed to get upset if a stranger takes their picture. They should be worried about a lot more important stuff. And as we know, there's cameras all over the place now, usually government cameras. So we also need citizens taking pictures of what the government's doing, what other people are doing that probably shouldn't be here. We also need to be doing that. We have another Hilton over here. Might go over there too. So I'm here on the street here, showing my sign and a boycott. So I'm going to head back in the gas lamp district now and maybe do another walk around. Over here, we have another Hilton over here. It's behind these condos here. Mhm. So I'm here back in the gas lamp area. You can see here I'm with my sign. Up here, guys, my Hilton sign. How you doing? Good. You weren't there today. We had the food bank. Yeah, this is one of the ladies. You were at our food bank last week. It's one of the ladies at our food bank. It's on Third and G Street. We get food, free food. I think I saw you there last week.
Yeah.
You doing okay, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay. You got enough to eat?
Yeah.
All right. So next Friday, 10 to 12, free food. 3rd and G Street. Okay. Have a nice day. So I'm making my rounds again. Boycott Hilton. It's bad company. So I've got a good amount of people here. It's gas lamp area.
I guess.
So I'm heading back downtown here. Weird people, you gotta watch it. Crazies. Better hotel. It's good. Don't go to Hilton. So I'm making walking around here in the gas lamp area. So far, I haven't got anybody violent. That's good. Might wrap it up soon, guys. Just remember to call, email Hilton Corporation. Tell them you don't want them hosting terrorist groups.
Sarah? Retain some of that audience? Like it's the California rate.
Okay, so I'm probably gonna wrap it up soon, guys. Want to get people educated on Hilton Corporation. Remember to share these videos with all patriot groups. It's a very critical time in our history. The globalists have been carrying out massive attacks on our First Amendment and our sovereign public. Okay, I'm going to sign off now. This is Jonathan Adler, reporting for the U.S. Nationalist Report. I'm going to sign off now, guys. All right, so we head back over. Here, guys. So this is Jonathan Adler. I'm going to sign off. Thanks for watching.